Radiant team pick Mirana. Dire team ban Bristleback. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds. Dire team ban.
What?
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Draft.
Radiant team ban.
Auto bristle.
Mirana isn't like you're thinking.
Ready. Talk for a second.
10 seconds remaining.
You're not using your broadcast voice. That's why you're so
test.
There,
1, 2,
I was like,
3.
why are your levels so low?
1, 2, 3.
All right, 3, 2. Oh no, he's not yet. Oh, now he's. Is he ready? Yeah. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, guys, and welcome back. We're here with the lower division of the Eastern European DPC League, created by ESL and powered by Intel. Combine those two, very unfortunate word.
Oh, that's a good thing you didn't. Yes, ESL 1 DPC lower division here for the European region. Thank you guys for tuning in for our Friday Fun Day match. We got ourselves PuckChamp taking on the Hustlers, as we'll be taking a look now between our two teams. The draft already, I mean, oh my goodness, these guys started and they were just already had their first two picks in mind. PuckChamp picking up the Coddle, Bristle, and the Hustlers with the Puck and Marana.
Yep, the start by PuckChamp, I would say quite stronger than the start by Hustlers, though Puck Marana is not like bad combo. You know, they're just two strong heroes, I would say, more than anything, whereas Coddle Bristle is quite the combo. We've seen this a lot in Europe, particularly. Both Liquid and Chicken Fighters are trying to run it. Or sorry, High Coast Esports. High Coast Esports did not win with it. Liquid did quite single-handedly, so it's a strong combo. I've seen it more as a Bristle carry than it is an offlane these days, just because of the. I think there's a bigger power to the Bristle carry than there is to the offlane when you combine it with a Coddle, because you want it to be more. And that makes sense. There we go. The Pangol is going to be your offlaner or maybe your mid laner. Kind of a flex there, and Bristleback will obviously. Since you're up against an Axe, the lane is quite easy, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thought process there. I'm surprised to see the Axe pick as well.
Well, the Axe is a counter to the Bristle, because you force him to look in a certain direction, attacks you, so that's the whole point.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's just that the lane is super hard, and Coddle Bristle, especially in the carry position, just gets off to such a fast start. I understand how it's definitely like a mid-game and fight counter, and who knows, maybe they could use. The Hustlers, they're looking incredibly mobile, but we got a couple of heroes here to locked down in place, specifically Shaman and the Pangolier. Well,
yep. Gonna have some control, some good counter initiation, particularly by the Pangol and the Shaman. The Hex is very powerful against the Axe, who wants to deal with the Berserker Skull. So I think PuckChamp is looking like a strong draft, right? You have a lot of control on the side, together with a big source of damage on the Bristleback, and on top of that, the Bristleback will have a insane tankiness as well this game. So you have a strong carry that just needs a bunch of time to actually deal its damage, in addition to being really tanky, with the control needed for Bristleback to just continue, which is what you're looking for. So I think that this is pretty good. Honestly, I think PuckChamp's draft is looking at stronger right now than Hustlers. By the way, we didn't actually mention this. I'm sorry about this, but forgot. Hustlers are actually playing with the stand today.
Looks like they don't have Lightless.
Yeah, it's not going to be Lightless. They're going to be playing with a different carry. It's called Watson Dota.
Oh yes,
yes.
I've already seen them.
Casted them.
I've seen them play with Watson here a couple of times already. Yeah, he's a pretty consistent carry. The Ursa is actually one of his better heroes. I saw him play 2 games on the Ursa. Yeah, his name's Watson. I didn't really
Watson Dota.
Watson Dota, yes. I didn't get to take too much of a deep dive on him in particular.
Okay, I looked him up. So he played recently Totally Spies, which is the team the Pubber was on as well.
Oh, that's right. I remember seeing him on that one.
And he was playing, actually, ironically, it was Hustlers who eliminated them for the close qualifiers, which for the team he was playing. So I guess they just picked him up as a little pity there.
It's like Thanos, where he kills the guy and then takes his gemstone or something.
Anyway, so that's what he was doing. I think the guy is also a pretty solid carry. I've seen Ursa being one of his better heroes. He's on the Terrorblade track as well. I think he likes playing either super late game heroes or kind of the early on the Ursa Troll, for example, which he enjoys. And honestly, Ursa against Bristleback seems like a pretty solid hero in general. If you guys ever want to check, though, if there's a stand-in or not in a game, all you need to do is !! stand-in, and I actually already wrote down a bit of information on what's
very fancy.
So if you guys are ever missing that kind of info, we don't need to say it in the game. Maybe you have us muted, doesn't really matter. We have a command for that. So feel free to inform those that have us muted about this.
But how are they going to know about the command if they have us
because some of our chatters are good people, so they'll listen to us. So that's why they will inform them by using the command. They'll be like, oh my goodness, I should have listened to the cast. I don't know the command. Anyway.
All right, last pick here for the Hustlers. It looks like they probably need another support.
Yeah, position 5, I'd say. I think Oracle was the best pick here. So...
DP.
Okay.
Yeah, for no fear. He really likes actually the position 5.
Yeah, it's
DP.
good against Bristleback. It's decent to get a Shadow Shaman because she does have a silence to carry with her. Fair amount of physical damage. I mean, not great though, because DP still struggles against like burst damage like Bristleback or Pangol or something. Right? You're not gonna tank too much. I don't think Bristle's gonna be too bothered by you despite the Bird Siphon.
Seconds remaining.
I don't know. We'll see. It seems like Hustlers draft is just okay, right? They have a good source of team fight. They have a solid carry. They have damage and control for the most part in the team fights, but everything is just a bit lesser than what PuckChamp is running. The only thing is that Hustlers does have a better late. Really, like at least a better mid game where Bristleback starts to fall off, right? Once Bristleback reaches level 25, I don't know how you're gonna deal.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to even get to that point, though. I mean, look at the push already from PuckChamp, right? There's so much sustain as well. I mean, you've got Serpent Wards, Warpath early on to bonk towers, Pangolier for the constant sort of harass damage, and Coddle, of course, for again. And we've even yet to see their last pick here. I don't think they necessarily need to go all in here with their last pick on some, I don't know, like a mid lane Lycan, which is banned. Yeah, there he is right next to the DK. I actually don't see anyone else that's like a really, really fast mid laner that I can get away with.
Honestly, I would be okay. Okay.
Oh, he's banned.
Oh, he's banned too.
Yeah, he's banned along with the Lycan.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Oh my. Wow, that's a really early D.
It is, yeah, it is. Bless you. I'm thinking maybe something more along the lines than kind of like Deso Carrier, someone with minus armor. TA doesn't look.
You could run a Void Spirit here, for example.
He's first banned
Oh my
for the
goodness.
Hustlers.
They've banned all the mid laners then. Like,
Yeah, a lot of mid laners have definitely been banned out.
I don't like TA too much. You have like two win. Kind of want to play all around. Storm.
Hero.
I don't love this one. Kind of offs your tempo.
How so?
Well, because Storm is much more on the mid game. So Bristleback is a hero in the sense. Bristleback has a really good early game, of course. And he falls off around the mid game because he lacks damage. Tank all mid. And then he, in late game, Storm has quite the opposite. He has a small power spike in the early, which is fine. Then he really excels in the mid game, and then he has a nice late game, but usually on the slow. That means out of all the spirits. So that means that Bristleback can't really play with his early power spike as much, because we really just want to play around Bristleback more than anything. In the mid game, I guess you could play kind of around Storm, but Bristleback doesn't like to be farming anyway in the mid, unless he can get a bunch of experience, which. So, yeah, Storm. I don't know. I don't love the Storm too much. He has control for the Ursa and for the Axe, which is nice. He's pretty good against Puck, so that's also good. But Puck can beat him in the mid game. I think there are better picks than this.
What would you have preferred to see? I mean, considering you had so many mid laners already banned out.
I mean, you could have picked up something that's not very common in the meta, but that's still around the Bristleback timing or can work well to mitigate his impact. Because Storm is just not a space creator once again. Something like a Lina or a Zeus are decent well against Puck and do have that mid, for example. You know, we could have seen. I mean, they did ban a fair amount of mid laners though. DK was obviously the best pick here. Lesh was also a decent idea, which goes well with the Bristleback's tempo. Like Storm is a bit of an. Though I still like their draft more. The PuckChamp is a much better draft.
Well, we'll see here. Avo preferring the faster tempo pick of the Bristleback safe lane. Take a look at what Krelot's going to be able to do here. His hero. Watson standing in. He's still got the Totally Spies tag, actually, for his team. Number one, nice and aggressive plays here. I like this. Thanks. Nighttime when the game starts. Krylot here leading the charge across the river. Astral and Ducalis in his wake, rather. They're just going to dodge this DP. The Ursa would be a nice find here. The Puck, not a bad one either, and it looks like that'll be the one they'll find. We've got a Illusory Orb, though, waiting to be leveled, so this is going to be a bit of a tough kill. Yeah, especially when... Oh, actually.
You went for first level.
Yeah.
Viscous is so gooey, so you can make this kill, and it's a good one, actually. Yep, that's No Fear dead. Oh, one last hit. It's going to be Astro takes the kill. No, Ducalis, not ideal. And now Astro could also die. King R is joining in. They want to murder Bristleback, but he's going to be able to get away. So by what I can tell, it's DP mid, and the Puck is going to be played. No Fear playing.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
So that's interesting. So that's because DP has a really good matchup against Storm. And that's actually, yeah, I didn't even consider this called flexing, but it's true. It's because in Eastern Europe, we don't flex the Puck as much as they do in Europe. Or Western Europe, sorry. That's my Western European privilege talking there. Krylot could still die. The arrow hits him right in the face, and that's going to be an easy kill. The arrow. So yeah, DP has a pretty good matchup against Storm, and she also has really good tempo against Storm. What she does is she essentially pushes you out of the lane. Once you get pushed out of the lane, you activate Exo, you take the tower, And you go, well, Storm is showing left in lane, you idiot, to farm the jungle and recover. But because Storm's tempo, it just doesn't work well with this draft in general. DP is great at punishing this, and it's also one of Magical's better. Oof, this is a really good flex. Maybe almost makes it change time.
Well, because if anything, this just exacerbates the issues you mentioned on Storm earlier anyway, right?
Yeah, and I think you take good advantage of it. I also think that DP mid is much more powerful against Bristle, right? Because the Spirit Siphon is always useful and you can max that early, right? Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. I like this pick a lot.
True, although...
It's a really solid flex. And also the Puck is going to be useful no matter what against a Storm, right? So that's another point. The Puck, as long as he hits level 6, he's great against Pango and Storm no matter what. You don't really need mobility for that. You don't really need Puck's damage this game. What you need is his control.
That's a good point. That's really all you are looking for. We'll see. See what Desperate decides to do here versus Magical. It's already kind of turning into a little bit of a tough lane, but with the overloaded attacks, he is able to get a start here in the first couple of waves. 2 denies to his net, 3 denies to his rather. A little bit of a favor for him right now. Real out here, no points into the Bristleback yet. Just looking to harass like crazy, of course, with the Coddle and Chakra Magic.
This is actually the same build I've seen Liquid run. Like when you run him with a Coddle, I think the point of Black is to just. So Viscous and Selgu is of course much better for getting kills. You do get 1 point in Bristle level 4, but the idea is that you max Cool Spray, you get 1 point in Nasal Goo, and you just play as aggressively as possible. And I think this is the right pick. Because that way you take advantage of Bristle's laning stage and you have a higher likelihood of having a stronger mid game. Which is again your weakest point for Bristle.
Yeah, I've got so much damage. Phonic there, barely dodging the Illuminate somehow. I could have sworn that hit him, but I'd have been wrong.
And when I say the mid game, by the way, with Bristle, I refer to like the really mid game, like 25 to 35 or so. Not necessarily the early mid. Just when Bristle's still strong. He has the Vanguard. The moment where Gyrocopter starts to fall off, the moment where Wraith King is strong, actually, ironically. Wraith King is like kind of like the anti-tempo of Bristle.
Anti-tempo of the Bristle. No, that's true. That is actually... It's a weird comparison to draw, but it is actually pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty along those lines. I mean, it's not exact, of course.
No,
it depends, and your itemization, blah, blah, but... So people get an idea of what I'm... And the Axe is doing quite well for him. Usually this is the weakest part of Axe versus Bristle. Later, Axe becomes... Because, well... Being able to Berserker's call him wherever he is and saying, okay, he's gonna look at me for like 5 seconds. Just mesmerized with my presence.
Yeah, there's a little bit of counterplay, though, especially with Blinding Light. That's, you can reposition the Axe, which is going to turn our Bristle.
Ooh, that's a very good point.
You got it as well to some degree with Vortex.
And Rolling Thunder as well.
I think, actually, do you turn if you hit by Rolling Thunder?
Well, no, but you can get the Axe in front of the Bristle, or like in the other direction, right?
Yeah, so I mean, you know, there's a couple of counterplays. Nothing I would ever, you know, think of doing. But these guys, I'm sure, they're probably like, oh, I'll just move the Axe.
Yeah,
it's that easy.
I mean, you could also like force stab him as well. It's not actually a bad game for like Shaman to consider staff. Coddle's a very big picker.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it just makes the game harder for them to play here. But PuckChamp, really nice early lead. You could see Desperate already just running away with the CS here in the mid lane, already having a 5 creep. Minute 4 runes, though. Ducalis is hoping to try and deny the rune away from Magical. And I think does? What happened to that 4? Someone denied it, it looks like. But Mirana picked it up. No, someone denied it. Yeah, I didn't catch it. It must have been either the Mirana or the Coddle they're fighting.
Must have been like a generally used.
Top lane, no fear, getting ran down by Melis. Minus armor there on the lucky shot is going to absolutely nuke him down.
That's a really early Orbital Corrosion, by the way. This Pango's doing amazing in this lane.
He's got so much money.
Yeah, he's destroying the Ursa, man. I mean, I can see with the Pango and the Shaman. Now look, he comes back, Mel's like, hold him for me. Astral's like, I'm not really sure about this one, dude.
Oh, the disarm.
Disarm. That stops the Ursa. He can continue his aggression, but the lucky shot is dispelled, or it goes away.
We've got boots on Ursa. We've got boots on Ursa, no boots on Melis, no boots on Astral, so he's off and away to safety. Lucky enough for our bear. He's getting a healing salve as well, courtesy of No Fear, who TP's back into lane. They're going to try for Melis. Good silence here. Will that prevent the Swashbuckle from coming out? It won't, but No Fear with a jaunt is going to be able to secure that kill. Storm Spirit, oh, he's just farming in the jungle casually. No big deal there. take a look now. And Krylat having a pretty nice job, or a pretty fun time in this bottom lane. Actually, not really. The CS slightly low for Krylat, not by much, but just enough here. Of course, Axe is going to be able to really inflate his numbers in the jungle there. Is Magical maybe going a little bit too deep. Great arrow, though. King R will go look for this kill onto the Coddle. In the meantime, though, they've lost Magical as he's dove in the tower. King R needing to leap away to make sure he can escape. Salve there for Desperate. Leave him in a pretty good position here. That was the first exorcism as well from Magical, not really yielding any results. They do pull away Melis at the very least from that lane. They waste a little bit of his time, but really get much in return. 3-2 then, the lead here for PuckChamp. Right now the Axe is coming back to the lane. I imagine he's got something along the lines of a Vanguard or just about there. Double rings. This man, he doesn't wear any clothes, but he wears armor. Bracers, a helmet, a loincloth. What else do you need really to go to battle? Our big, angry red tomato man.
Prize is mine.
Plus here, he's having a really, really great job. He's not actually he's still not going for boots, preferring the attack speed. And it's really making Watson's lane a bit more annoying here. He's unable to reliably CS with all the lucky shot procs that they're getting. Bristle in some trouble, though. Does have a point now in the passive and the warpath. Nice arrow, though, will connect as Magical's just going to run him down. They preemptively tip him because they know they've got the kill. And Magical will be able to get a kill. Safe laner. That's pretty good. Makes up a little bit for the fact that the first Exo is basically wasted underneath the tower. He's going to have another one back up in 45 seconds at the very least. As we can see, boards being placed in the jungle of PuckChamp to make Bristle or Storm or not Dax here.
Yeah, which is also a big job that Hustler has to do constantly this game, you know, being on stack duty essentially. You have really good stack clearers though, so what you actually notice, I was actually told by a Flapjack, a pro player, that a lot of pro players nowadays, what they do is instead of trying to block your stacks, right, that's actually considered bad, what they do is as long as you have someone that can clear stacks, you just guard the area around them with rotational wards, and then if they go take the stack, you fight them, and then you take the stack off from them. Much more efficient than wasting sentries and trying to stop them from stacking. The only exception is Ancients.
Yeah, I don't know if they can really take a fight. I mean, maybe with Exo, perhaps there's a chance.
Yeah, with the Exo and Ursa that is not, you know, low on HP, I think not impossible, honestly. Ursa's pretty strong early. Okay, Desperate. That's a double ball lightning. TP's in the second one. Arrow.
Oh, arrow's just shot.
If King R hadn't doubted that, because of course it's nighttime, that's why you didn't see him, but if he hadn't doubted that, he would have gotten the kill actually. Just short.
Always believe in yourself, chat.
Yep, always believe in yourself. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely. Oh, getting the TP out to the tier 2 tower is Axe just in time. That was a smart move because King R was already TPing to the tier 1, so had he TP'd just shy, or just a little bit closer to the tier 1 tower, he probably would have died there, each TP adding a second to the channel duration. Melis now has got full power tread, so no fears, had to be a bit careful. Boots coming on the courier here eventually, but doesn't really want to be fighting versus right now, especially with Ball Lightning ready to go. You got to keep yourself out of Pinball Alley. Have Magical now rotating down bottom, maybe trying for a second kill onto the Bristle. They do have now Max Spirit Siphon, Exo ready to use. They're just trying to get him to overcommit. His Coddle not too close either. Oh, the arrow's going to miss, unfortunately. Magical's going to eat a Solar Bind and a couple auto attacks out from a small stack here. Realize maybe looking to turn now onto Magical.
I don't know about this one, huh? Like a DP with Spirit Siphon, now would have want to turn ever. I mean, you just kind of... Like, you just got given a free lane by this rotation, which was a bit weird, thinking that you could kill the Bristleback. So Magical gave you a lot of space to Storm. He didn't take your tower the first Exorcism, so you just take advantage of this, right?
All right, there we go. There's the first big rotation, actually, at all that we've seen before this, right? Magical basically just walks over to the power rune spot and picks up a kill onto the Bristleback for free. Now we see Melees rotate down bottom. We also saw the Storm consider running down here. Stage so far intact. I believe our Ursa has smoked up somewhere. Where is he? There he is. Watson, along with No Fear, just looking to secure themselves this rune. Pretty good progress already towards the Battle Fury for Ursa, so he's just looking to outscale the Bristleback here. Speed up his game, as they will actually scout a double stack now of Ancients.
Okay, that's pretty good. The Axe needs to come by. The problem is Ancient stacks, that's the ones you can't clear that. Clear pretty much everything else. Because Ursa doesn't have Battle Fury just yet. And this stack of Ancients for Bristol is relatively easy. This stack of Ancients for... Yep. That's what I'm saying, that the only stack that's kind of justifiable to block is particularly Ancients, because if you don't have an Ancients clear or someone that can do it fast, especially early, then you can't really contest.
Now this is Dota, ladies and gentlemen.
This is truly the essence of Dota, right?
This is truly the essence
I think we're
of
the
Dota.
only action RTS that can stack, right?
I've got no clue. I can't say I play any other ones.
Yeah, me neither, so I don't know. I'm just okay. We're superior. Who cares why, you know? We're better.
Going for now the Orchid on Desperate. He's already got one of the, what are these Mystic Staffs? Oblivion Staff.
Yeah, Oblivion Staff. The big 5 intelligence.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. Anyway, the Orchid is okay. This game, I mean, now that the puck is not as like actually Bristle back in trouble. Okay, Bristle don't turn that much. He doesn't want to break the coil, and well, doesn't matter because the Berserk's Call finishes him off anyway. In comes the reinforcements. Silence stops the reinforcements completely. Rolling Thunder still available for Melis. As Storm walks in, they lack the damage though right now. They want to kill the puck first. Melis could be in trouble. He needed more physical damage. They don't have it just yet. They try to shackle Magical, but he dies halfway through the Magical, and a single auto attack finishes off Melis. So they do get 2 counter kills, but an expense, like in
exchange.
In exchange, thank you, for 3 of their heroes. So I don't see what the point of that was at all.
Yeah, it was a pretty heavy tax. I'm surprised that Melis decided to roll right back into that fight, considering that, well, the Exo does pierce magic immunity and deal full damage.
Right, and he just needed 1 auto attack, and he got the kill. It wasn't even that difficult, you know.
Yeah.
Thunder can outrun the Ghost, so you're kind of safe from that, but you were really low on HP when you went back.
It was already kind of I think, a miscalculated move as soon as they decided to fight right after their strongest hero in the game, which they currently have, was the victim of a 4-man gank. Maybe they were feeling strong because there's like, oh, there's no coil, maybe we can take this. Unfortunately, Bristle's the majority of their damage right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And the bad thing about the Shaman is he really doesn't want to be standing anywhere near this DP, like, at all this game.
Ever.
Because, well, she's got Silence. Spirit Siphon's going to absolutely, well, make any control onto him basically useless.
An Exorcism.
Exo active is just terrible for him. He needs, like, cast range items if he really wants to be reliably locking her down without just kind of feeding away his life. I think that's kind of what we saw there. Connell in the bot lane, he's going to be looking to farm up. It looks like a Glimmer Cape for his first item. It's a nice item to have versus the DP.
Magical at least will use double damage to take this tower. This is really good for Magical because you just used Exorcism to not take the tower. You're like, oh, the enemy team defended from the first Exo. Nope, not the case. Not with the double damage. Guarantees you a tower for sure. And PuckChamp are starting to see the weaknesses of picking a Storm mid, really. Because this is what we, like, I literally said this in the draft. If I can put this in the draft, then clearly this is a problem of it itself.
But not involved in that fight either. He's just kind of farming peacefully. Nearly has enough money now for the full Battle Fury, along with boots. So that's a pretty good metric here that he's looking to try and beat. There's efficient farm to be had bot lane. That'll just get him a little bit shy here of his Battle Fury. Actually, no, he should have it. What are you, 725? 825. I'm off by 100. So he's about to have this Battle Fury already, about 14 minutes in with the full power tread. So he's in a very, very comfortable right now. Brelat continuing to farm stacks of Ancients, though, so he's going to have some pretty significant farm as well.
Yeah, but even without the stacks, he's like around the same, or sorry, with the stacks, he's around the same as Ursa, almost behind the Ursa. Now he's like slightly beating him, but not too much. So consider that's the second stack he takes, and you're still struggling to beat the Ursa. That says a lot about your game. Right, your game itself is not going to be that easy. Orchid reveal, though?
Yeah, it's a really fast... Well, is it a fast Orchid?
No, it's normal timing, because he went Coffee Boots and only won no Talisman. I guess the bottles.
He's like, I don't want that shitty rune. Get that out of here.
That's an illusion rune, though. Just use it to farm or something. All right. Yeah, so the Storm Orchid is an interesting pickup this game, because what are you really silencing, right? Against the Ursa, I can see it being powerful, but against the DP, not really. Nor against the app.
Against Puck, it's kind of...
Yeah, but he's your pause 5, right?
Yeah, sure, but I mean, I think that's kind of the way you have to play when you're going for early game, right? I mean, you said it yourself, right? As long as Puck gets off the Dream Coil, kind of GG for Storm, right? And this is a position 5 that is basically neutralizing your mid lane pick. So I think as long as you can look to nuke someone down early in these fights, especially given that you are going for the kind of pedal to the metal sort of draft, although I imagine at some stage maybe the Halberd is the item they're going to go with. They're all kind of just gathering around mid here on the side of PuckChamp, but I think it's a fine item, just because it'll get you a kill. If it stops the Dream Coil from coming out for 3 seconds, you're pretty happy with that.
Sure, that's true actually, because the power of the Puck this game can't be understated, so I can see this.
Especially because it's position 5.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't see like immediate Bloodstone to be like, wow, you need this right now, right? Maybe BKB would have been an option as well. But that depends on how
Blink?
fast
It is Blink. Funnick has got perfect timing here.
Yeah,
Big creep wave,
like, oh, surprise, dude. What you gonna do now? Apparently just walk away.
Yeah.
Exorcism used, it goes well. Okay, the arrow will hit the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman is as good as dead, but can they kill the Bristle? That's the question. And for now, Krilla is tanking this nicely. But for how long? Storm is trying to help him out. He catches Funnick in the backlines, but Ice Berserker's call actually stopped the Storm. He's been silenced, and now with a Cooling Blade, they karate chop his corpse into the ground. Okay, that was a really good counter kill. So they tried to bait, you know, saying, we're going for your bristleback. Nope. Joke's on you. We're actually killing your time, which is a much easier kill.
Yeah, he jumps in, but Ball Lightning's still a little bit slow. He's level 12.
Oh, really? He's level 2?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's still pretty predictable when you see it coming from that short of range. Level 3 Ball Lightning, he probably gets off the Vortex combo, right?
Also, Axe is, I mean, Funnick has been playing Dota for forever, you know?
Yeah.
I think I haven't been born yet, and Funnick was already playing Dota. Incredible. So this guy has a great experience.
Look at this. He's got so much more. I think it's a Hood of Defiance, it should be?
That's a full hood. Yeah. I think this game Eternal Shroud is particularly cool, but you can also...
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better Blink reveal.
No. Yeah, double hood, actually. Death Prophet also went hood, so that makes Storm's early game spike useless. Right, that's what they're trying to do. They're making it so the enemy team can really only play against Bristle. And we're starting to see this, where Storm is... Hey, guys, I'm here. Kill me, right? It's actually the only thing he can do.
They need to just be aware of the cooldowns here that the Hustlers have and can flex on them because they're really, really strong. Ursa's now showing up to fight as well. Again, it wasn't in that last fight either. He's got Battle Fury, pretty decent amount of chunk of change in the bank as well. Storm nearby. They are recalling, or they're going to plan to recall what I can imagine is the Bristle now, and there he is, looking for another fight. I think I give him better odds than this one here. We'll see if he can get the quick kill on the King. That's pretty good, and, well, you can. Funnick gets the blink away, but he's solar binded, so he's not moving very fast or very far. Moonlight shadowed, but they've got him dusted up. Gets off the call for the bonus armor. Doesn't actually hit Krelat, though, as they're going to continue to fight. The coil, though, as they catch the Shaman yet again. That means Desperate has free reign over this fight. They get the Orchid onto Ursa. Can they get the damage? They will. No enrage. Now Magical here. He's left 2v4. They've lost the Shaman, but they're now diving for Magical. No Fear's got not much to offer. He's got another Silence there onto the Storm. That'll stop some more damage from coming through, but here's Krelat now. Big Silence there. Will hit 2 heroes as we have the Mirana now respawning. Yule sceptered up. Another Orchid onto the Puck. See you later. King R's the last to go, and it's a team-wide +1 for PuckChamp.
Okay, there's the proof of the Orchid, right? That was a great Orchid. To both of them, honestly, on the Puck and the Ursa. Valuable targets. And like I said, the Orchid is really good for the enemy cores, particularly on the Ursa, and I think that was a really good target acquisition by the Storm. The Bristleback as well, also utilizing his early peaks. He went for Heaven's Halberd as opposed to the Vanguard.
Yeah, and he just knows he's strong. He just runs in. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he's too strong right now. And for the next like 8 minutes or so, he's pretty much unkillable. Then he starts to, well, usually they start to have enough damage to deal with. But if you play like this, with Bristle leading, with Storm just kind of coming afterwards as the surprise, forcing Dream Calls on Shadow Shaman because, well, your Puck is a 5. So if he doesn't cancel the Shackles, who does, right? Mirana, kind of?
That's a good point, yeah. It feels like Astral is just kind of dying in these fights. And to be fair, he is. He now has the Keen Optic as well as the Aether Lens. I think he had both in that last fight. So he's got now really great range on Shackles. I mean, Shackle range to start off with is quite pitiful. It's so bad. It gets canceled super easily. So this game now, it's going to make the Hustlers' counterplay much more difficult, as they actually will be going for a quick Roshan here. They even commit the Serpent Wards for it. I don't mind.
It's not that hard with the Bristle, right? So that's why they're going for it. And since you're Radiant as well, you have the safety that you're next to your triangle, so worst case scenario, you just retreat to your triangle, no biggie. That's why they can afford to do this with Bristle.
Yeah, but I think they've trapped Roche inside. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't trap the Aegis. You can always...
well, plus you have a Storm, so you can zip in and out. Yeah.
That's true as well. So, I wonder if they actually purposely picked the Bristle Coddle combo as Radiant. That honestly seems like a consideration. You have like a bunch of minus armor and good Roche takers and Pango and Bristleback, even the Shadow Shaman. So I mean, part of the idea why they were conditioned to this draft was like, oh, we're Radiant guys, we can take easy Roshans like these. And these extra objectives put Hustlers in a pickle, right? Because they don't want to have to fight against the Aegis Bristle. They can't kill Bristle once, imagine twice.
Yeah, that's true, but the only issue I can really see with that sort of line of thinking is that right now it looks like the Hustlers, they don't mind going for these really long engagements, or I guess to be specific, the engagement of the length of an EXO, right, which is...
Enough. What, 30 seconds?
Last 35. Okay.
35.
There it is. You really have to search for some of these tooltips. So last 35 seconds. That's about as long as a fight as they want to be taking here at this stage of the game before the Ursa can like 3-shot everyone, right?
Structures are fortified.
So I don't know. It feels like...
Oh, right, because the Ursa then can burst too. I mean, even then, the longer fights are kind of okay for you as long as Ursa can burst on an important target early.
That's true.
And you just run after them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not quite burst on the Ursa this early. I know it's like the ramp-up damage, and then eventually he really starts getting there.
No, I mean later on.
Oh, yes,
when
later,
you have the
sure.
burst later, like, the idea for this game is that you have a long team fight, you're fine with that, but Ursa ideally bursts Storm or Pango early in the fight, and then you get rid of those, and then you can have a much more consistent
exactly.
fight.
This dude Warpath is amazing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, wait till level 25 talent, it becomes absurd. Like, that ability becomes a rapier for free.
Yeah, pretty much. What does he got coming to him?
It's that Dragon Skill.
Yep. It's a good one. It'll help the siege as well. That extra little bit of damage.
I'm wondering if this game you go for like a BK. Not that necessary.
I'm thinking about the hairball.
I really like the hairball. I agree, because it gives you a really good small mid-game power spike, which kind of extends your window opportunity.
Oh, they're making the jump. Desperate. Looking for anyone. He's going to find the Ursa, but get the Yules instead by the Mirana. That's going to set him up for the arrow. He's gone a bit too deep. Nice blinding light, though, will prevent the call from coming through. That's Desperate still alive. They've managed to actually trap Magical here. They're going to try and make the jump out of him. The Coil will catch 3 here, but they've got plenty of damage for Magical, or do they? He's got the Yule Scepter. When he comes back down, yeah, he's immediately dead.
Yeah, there he seemed desperate for a kill, but
he did.
Turns out he's just baiting the whole time. And with the control of the Shaman, you can always turn around these kind of fights, right? Where so Hustlers, when they try to counter-initiate, they have to be really wary of their spacing, because the moment that someone's like slightly out of position, and you don't go with a buddy system, right, that you used to play, what was it called, the Soapbreaker? Last event before...
the Axe one?
Yeah, the Axe one. Oh yeah, the Axe Labyrinth, it's true. Yeah, so remember you got the Shadow Shaman level, you have to use the buddy system to make sure you can always cancel the shackles?
Yeah.
It's very similar here. If DP is out of position and Axe cannot blink towards the Shaman or Puck cannot, those are your Waning Rift the Shaman, she's dead. She's guaranteed. There's nothing you can do to stop her from dying, especially when you also have snakes available, which means you can just trap her on top of the shackles. Good luck trying to cancel that as a DP with your flimsy, stupid, floaty attack. No, I'm liking how PuckChamp is doing this, and I think that Hustlers, ironically, is not respecting the Shadow Shaman enough. I think he's the biggest threat right now. Phonic, maybe look for a quick snipe. It's going to be rather difficult, though, especially with Aegis on the Storm and BKB. Yeah, so it's going to be... I like this reaction, though, from the Hustlers. They immediately realize, oh, man, we're really weak right now. We don't have... Well, now they do have Dream Coil. They didn't have Coil. They didn't have Moonlight Shadow either. So King R just goes out to push the bottom lane back out. It's the only outer tower they have here. Losing this one concedes a lot of map control, basically the entire map at this stage here to PuckChamp. So it's a smart move here to be cutting waves. They're finally going to send Millis to hunt for the Mirana and cut their own waves top lane, or bot lane rather, but they know that Aegis here is about to expire in about the next minute. If they can try and make a play. So Ursa got a new item. He's got BKB. Okay, that could be nice. Eternal Shroud completed for a DP. Oh, they found the Mirana. Yeah, it's just the pack always running there by the top, or their triangle. They want to go for the Puck. Phonic, nice. Can they turn this bait into a kill? Oh, now with a Glimmer Cape, actually. Very good Glimmer. Because even if they Silent Storm there like they did, they can't follow up because they don't have vision. And that's also... Notice how the Eastern European playstyle comes into play here, right? Where they actually take the tier 1 bottom relatively early, or the tier 1 in the offlane relatively early. Now they're pushing the tier 2 in the offlane, and this gives them full control of the triangle, which they have been controlling for the past like minute and a half. Now they know there's awards here. The Bristol doesn't seem too worried about the Ursa with the Heaven Sovereign. Puck comes in from behind. Excellent use. They want to fight this, but the enemy still has the control of the triangle. Malice has no Rolling Thunder, trying to take advantage of this, and oh my goodness, PuckChamp just got disintegrated there. They lose the Aegis on the Storm. Exorcism still going on, annoying the Bristle for quite a while. Berserker's Call catches the Storm even when he comes out. No time for him to zip-zap away, and Krilla, realizing his mistake of staying here a bit too long, those ghosts are still chunking the Pango, and the amount of control they have for the Pango is too much. They kill him with a Culling Blade. Krilla alive this whole engagement, but incapable of dealing the damage. And now Krilla will just be the last victim. They turn him around and finally faces his death.
Yeah, that was a really, really great catch by No Fear there. He finds the 2 backline supports with Coil. Those are particularly 2 heroes that, even though you claim the Coddle is unkillable, once they're held down by Coil, are very, very easy to go, but provide a lot of control for you in your team fights. In fact, just about all of your control this game, to be specific. Really, really great jump there by No Fear, as well as actually the axe just running on in. I'm actually super surprised that PuckChamp decided to take a fight around there. They did at least fight early, so at least they had Aegis for that second life, but it just didn't make a difference. There was just way too much damage. Ursa now kind of actually online here. Yeah, just a great fight. I can't believe that they expect a ward up there or anything, because that was just not the place to be fighting there for PuckChamp. And they're going to get another kill onto the Shaman up top lane, most likely. Can they try and turn this? Magical's nearby, Melis as well. Shackles onto the axe to keep him locked down, and a nice Orchid for No Fear as soon as he comes out. Looks like they will be able to turn this. Funnick just getting controlled. Another Blinding Light's going to push him this and that away. He's going to have the Hooded Defiance to live a little bit longer, whip himself into shape as well, but eventually he will be located and brought down. All right. Oh, a couple more kills there under the wings of PuckChamp now.
Yeah, Funnick being taken down, the puck as well. You took away the enemy's initiation. Bristleback slowly inching back to level 25. Like I said, we saw that last team fight, right? Kyle doesn't have the damage to actually kill the enemy team anymore. He isn't the super tank, so he is much more killable. What you need right now is for him to really reach level 25, or Storm to start taking the mantle of your position, which he is pretty decently, honestly. Desperate has good farm. Has BKB and Orchid. He just has to be wary of the axe, which is just piercing through that BKB and not caring about it. He just zip zap faster.
Oh, they're going to know that there's heroes here. They dewarded King R with the Invis Rune. Oh, on to Ducalis, but they're going to now counter with their own combo, but a big silence there. Ducalis is going to live for now. Desperate popping the BKB, running onto this puck. Will find her. Magical's actually popped the Exo in a terrible spot here. They've got nothing to cancel these shackles. Oh, they will, but it's going to be too late. King R leaping and even blinking in to get that one done, but they're going to be able to get the blink and Ether Shock to reclaim the life of the Marana. What's going on over here?
Yeah,
oh my god!
But they hit him from behind. It never took his call. Inkrill's still alive. He's like, come on, Axe. I thought you wanted to turn around and face me. Come on, Axe. We have quill sprays plenty. Funnick trying to run away, just slowly crawling back to his base, and thanks to the blink dagger, he's gonna be okay. Yeah. Messed up the timing there on the quill spray there. That was just a 0.5 seconds late. But it doesn't really matter though. You got the kill on the Ursa. I think that's a win. I mean, Ursa killed himself, really.
Ursa really killed himself.
I mean, oh my goodness, 1,700 damage by Quill Spray. That's 15 Quill Spray stacks.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage there. And honestly, you can't underestimate here. This is, I think it's 30%. It's 30% spell lifesteal he's got right now with the Eternal Shroud and the Voodoo Mask.
Yeah, because it does stack. Wait, is that how much the...
20% spell on heroes, 10% on heroes.
Oh, it's truly on heroes, of course. Yeah, you're right. Because I forgot that they made it so that the heroes was much better, but the creep.
Yep.
Oh wow, that is a fair amount of spell lifesteal. You're right. He doesn't have to go for his own spell lifesteal talent. Who cares?
And that was a kill through in BKB as well, mind you.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters, because of course it's all physical, but.
Yeah. What item is he going for now? Is that a point booster?
Question. Check in the secret shop.
Or Bloodstone? Oh, interesting.
Octarine.
Bloodstone.
Oh, Bloodstone. Thank you.
Interesting. I guess because Bloodstone now gives you the
active's really strong.
No, I was gonna say the spell lifesteal.
Well, yeah,
because they changed that. So Octarine now doesn't have the spell lifesteal, so it does Bloodstone.
Yep.
So I guess if you want more spell lifesteal, makes sense to go for Bloodstone. Okay. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think Bristol Carry really needs any damage items because.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, level 18, you get a big old spike. I mean, look, he's running around with plus 300 damage right now, for God's sake, and this is an even max Warpath stack.
I would say level 20, you get another big power spike because you get the Quill Spray damage talent.
Oh, absolutely.
Big deal, which he just got, of course. He didn't actually have it for that team fight I checked, so.
Well, for his 2v1, more like it.
Yeah, really, yeah. Not really a team fight. Him being ganked and him winning the gank in typical Bristle fashion.
That's kind of how it works.
It was a good smoke, but Cotto is perfectly positioned. Moonlight Shadow, wasted. Nice Glimmer Cape, dude. That's a really good thing.
Oh, with triple dust.
Kill the old man! He must die! And that's Cotto dead. Storm catches the puck, though. They get a kill here. Rolling Thunder is available this time, unlike the past few team fights. I think the puck is dead. He's just a support after all. Pago's still walking in, bouncing around in the dark, not knowing what to hit. He realized he might have overextended. You don't want to give the enemy team a chance to fight their high ground. They just wasted Exo. Just ignore this.
Ron almost got Illuminate blasted.
Yeah, the snakes almost killed the deep, or could have killed her as well. So you gotta be careful positioning.
Oh,
they tried to snipe the DB from behind, but Magical avoided the call. No, he got hit by it. Crystal's in the middle of the fray though. No Fear kills Desperate there, and they want to murder Funnick. Funny's gonna be the next kill here for the engagement for PuckChamp. They stopped the Ursa with a Yule Scepter, no enrage for you, and they try to finish off Magical. They took Vortex Shackles for the Ursa, and he doesn't have the enrage ready to get rid of them. This Shaman has been such an impactful hero this game.
Yeah, he really has. He's just always locking down the right person here. Storm buying back, just no hesitation either on that one. Allows him to not only scare away the Mirana to prevent an arrow from coming through and eventually turning that fight, but also securing the kill onto Magical. Now Magical's dead. I mean, 5th death of the game here, but they've all been coming here within the last... I don't know, like, he's always dying at the tail end of these team fights, except for the one up here. And they're just way too fast or something, it feels like. They're just getting ran at constantly. Now we've got the full Bloodstone here.
Oh, he actually had a fresh Bloodstone for that engagement. That's why he has 2 extra charges. Right?
Yep. We saw the active get used there. Which is, it's not a whole lot, because it's better on, you know, real int heroes.
Yeah, like Lash or Tinker or whatever.
Yeah, because then you really start to get that mana to HP transfer.
Yeah, but I think for the Bristleback, it's more about the spell lifesteal that the Bloodstone gives him and the tank games that it gives him. Right, so the active is like a plus, right?
It is.
I would say that with Nether Shawl, though, the great thing about Bristleback is that since their spells don't cost any mana, you can just use the Bloodstone active pretty liberally, right? And then you just use Nether Shawl to recover your mana and you're fine.
Very, very true. Especially because you have Coddle as well, in case you needed any more mana regen.
Oh, actually, you can use Coddle to actually turn Bloodstone into more HP, right? Because he increases your total mana. So you just check her back to heal, and then you use the Bloodstone to heal. That's pretty cool. He's not even low 25. He's already dominating the team, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of unkillable. 30% lifesteal. He's got a Heaven Talbot as well for the Ursa, but honestly, at this stage, he'd probably just rather have the Ursa hit him. They're going to get Krelite a little bit into the base here. Oh, nice status resist there. Exo from behind. Oh, they're going to be able to jump Melis here rather quickly. He's going to buy back. There's already the first life off of Storm, though. It's Watson making the jump onto him. Axe ready for the call. He's BKB, so nothing to silence him, or nothing that can stop him. Now, do they have the damage for the Storm? No, he's going to get the zip away. His Krelite just running around in the middle, still with cheese on him as well. Really starting to stack up all of the quills. 5 now onto Watson. He's going to get disarmed, hexed up, and just about killed off as the arrow will connect onto Astral, prevent him from chasing any further, but Krelite's the one currently diving tier 4 towers onto Magical. The Ursa Warrior dead for 70, doesn't have buyback either. And here's Melis, who's bought back in this engagement, rolling around with the Rolling Thunder. There's going to be the roll up, and he's going to have to wait a little while to find the Puck, who does get the blink back. Nice job there on No Fear. But this looks like it could be Megas either way, Avo.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be Megas. I don't know how you defend this if you don't know the Ursa. He's your main source of damage. You already lack damage against the Bristle to begin with. DP has to do a lot here.
But it's a little bit low on HP.
He is a little bit low, but he can just back out and heal.
Oh goodness.
Did he get a double bash?
He did get a double bash. And it's the Yule Scepter. Oh my goodness. He's like, not today, Funnick.
Yeah. They got the arrow. No! Whoa! Look at those jukes on the Shadow Shaman.
Oh,
nobody's getting
dead.
caught. Funnick's down, yeah.
No buyback either on
and
that
Bristle's like, hey, who's it? I'm low HP again? Kill poor King R, going for Magical as well.
Hairball now.
He does have a Hairball. Extra bit of damage, extra bit of Warpath stacks as well. That Psychic Headband will not help you against a Bristle, dude.
He's like, go ahead.
Go ahead, hit me. Hit me, boys. A little sassy Bristleback showing the back. There's the GG.
Magical's like, yeah, okay.
We're done.
Oh, wow. What a game 1. It's going to be PuckChamp taking it off the back of the Bristle. Ah, you like that one there.
Well, I think that was just a really solid performance at PuckChamp. I don't think they even needed to use the level 25. They used the Storm
team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Keeper of the light.
Ten seconds remain. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Bad Rider!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Team ban.
What's it way? What's it way?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
哎，队友呢？哎，队友呢？队友呢？队友呢？
10 seconds.
Down in my car.
10 seconds.
All right, ready?
5 seconds remaining.
3,
5 seconds
2,
remaining.
1.
Radiant team ban.
Hello guys,
Radiant
welcome
team
back.
ban.
Here, the Eastern European DPC League, the lower division, particularly casting the game between Hustlers and PuckChamp.
Correct. Absolutely correct here. Let me just get onto the highway real quick, but we do have our draft underway, so let's pull into this one.
Come on, Richie.
Real lickety
Pull in.
split. There we are, just like that.
10
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We have a draft in front of us. It's PuckChamp versus Hustlers. And this time, PuckChamp will again start with the Coddle. But after that, instead running the Bat Rider, which has been seen as a huge value pick in general for this. Or in general.
Yeah, generally. You could just say.
And I think that the Bat Rider, one of the things that makes him so strong is that.
10
And because she's
seconds
such crap and
remaining.
garbage, then you don't really have the tradition. So the counters that are much more popular or Oracle, but he's still not as strong. You know, like Slark is very popular as well. That's why you ban the Slark. Ricky's good as well. So the idea is that, yeah, now you pick the Oracle for Hustlers, but what teams have been doing is essentially they flex the bat mid, or ideally mid, or you don't run them in the off. You don't really have an answer as long as the Slark is out of, and like I said, it's not in the pool. And so Bat Rider just plays around his magical damage more than he plays around his
10 seconds remaining.
Oracle,
10
not
seconds.
as strong. Like, yeah, Fate's Edict will still save you and help you out, but it's not gonna
5 seconds remaining.
completely
5 seconds.
nullify. So, I like to start here by PuckChamp. I think the Bat Rider is a really strong pick, and I think it works nicely with Coddle. The Oracle, yeah, I mean, if you have a combo with it, I think it's still a justified pick, and it's still good against Bat. There are better options.
Yeah, it always opens up the Troll to not quite a free game, but a much game. Game that Troll will play. That one, well, like you're saying though, the about kind of bat to the mid lane, not too relevant. It does make your draft a lot easier though for the Hustlers, because you draft with a certain amount of certainty that it almost is going to be a Bat Rider mid, or at worst a Bat Rider position 5, and then in that case you're not packed
Radiant
outside
team pick.
the first 5 minutes, which you can usually be mitigated. All right, so they're going to pick the ABBA. It seems like this is going to be an off-lane ABBA. Perhaps a carry if they want to build. I think it worked off-lane here. It's a little bit surprising.
10 seconds remaining.
Although, because I do not think you're
5
Coddle
seconds
ABBA.
remaining.
no lockdown
No
there.
lockdown.
Yeah.
Or unless you're picking like 3 heroes lockdown as your cores, which would.
Okay, okay.
But I
that's
agree,
that's a
though.
fair point. That's a fair point.
But I agree. Like that would mean like you run battle maybe mid and then
Dire team
run an
back.
offlaner with a lot of
Back.
catch like Underlord or something. No. Right. So the idea here is I think you want to run IO ABBA as your 4 and 3, I think, because that's a pretty strong lane. You run the Bat Rider mid and the Coddle as the 5, and you pick up another carry that can benefit from Coddle IO. I mean, this is very much a 4+1 lineup. It's lacking catch, which of course is why I think Hustlers predicted this and went for the Weaver, which is a really solid pick here. However, one of the things in this lineup is that they're just going to run at you. And the few times that a lineup without catch works is when they have ABBA-style picks that just allow you to push so much early. So picks here that'll be ideal are picks that also bring a bit of team fight, but ideally bring a push to the table. So Troll particularly comes. Alternatively, CK actually, to be honest, if you're going for older picks. Sven's fine too in these kind of lineups. Just a strong carry that can bring.
They banned the Lycan themselves, which I think would have been a pick here. But they're going to ban it out, so no.
Radiant
Either team to pick it up.
Radiant team.
Final stages here. Hustlers, they need a mid laner for themselves. We're going to ban that magical DP. Again, played a really mean laning stage, to be honest. I think the first like 12 minutes of play for Magical were just about as flawless as you could hope for. Didn't die. I mean, DP just kind of farms in her laning unless the other laner really messes up.
Yep.
And then as soon as Exo's up, Magical was pushing. They won a team fight and they sour, but they were making progress, right?
Yep, yeah. And now we'll see what they try to do. Hustlers is banning offlaners for them, so they think it's actually going to be an ABBA carry to go with
10 seconds.
which also
10
seems
seconds
fine to me.
remaining.
Yeah, or it could be an. I mean, this would be
IO
really
carry
weird.
with an ABBA 5.
Yeah, yeah. I think
5
Unique
seconds
ran a Wisp yesterday.
Yes.
That was the first game.
Yes, it lasted 21 minutes. It was
Yes.
a great stomp.
It was a great stomp by VP.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not
That
close.
Wisp did not work whatsoever. It also did not make any sense in their draft. Please
No,
stop
and-
picking Wisp carry.
And you know what? I think it was like T-Gov said this yesterday, but like, I'll just repeat it because it's very true against Weaver. At no stage do you get an item on Wisp as a carry and you're, no, I'm ready to fight Weaver. Right? That doesn't ever happen.
And I agree with that statement, but I think that's the case for Wisp against any other
10
carry.
seconds
That's
remaining.
mostly true, but I mean, once you get like level 20 with the talents against heroes that are particularly, generally speaking, weak and don't have like really great escapes, I'm thinking like a Slark maybe get away with just like a Helm of the Dominator creep and then the level talent and Ags.
I don't want to go against D-Gov with a low the guy, but like, just think that saying IO carry is weak, which I agree with.
I mean, yeah.
I struggle to find a carry which IO can first of all get to level 20 with, and then second of all, once you hit that power spike, actually beat, assuming the carry has a normal farm progression.
Sure.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I just find the pick incredibly weak as a carry. He has almost a 0% win rate as a carry in all regions.
Yeah, it's just, it ain't good anymore. I think if you're going to try and run it, you got to run it mid, but he's got some very glaring weaknesses mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Radiant
Just
gonna
gonna
be the sanking. So they are
right.
going to be running either ABBA or IO. I'm hoping it's ABBA carry, because ABBA carry can see the logic behind.
Yeah, me too. I could see
Please
it.
no IO carry.
What is the build that Hector used to go? Radiance?
You go either Midas or drums, and then you go Radiance.
I like drums. 8 charges now for 550 gold is incredible.
Yep.
Such a value. Really facilitates your early fights. We don't really have like a great amount of damage coming from PuckChamp though. It's really going to be Sand King Epicenter
It's just
or
running at you, that's the
Illuminate.
idea.
Yeah, really.
Perpetually running at you, and no need for like. The idea is Weaver's going to be forced, and this is actually a good kind of lineup against Weaver if you run the. Because Weaver's going to be forced to either fight and defend the tower, or alternatively just. Right?
Yeah.
And if you fight and defend the tower, you will die. If you leave, then the tower will die. So that's the option you want to make the enemy team have. Those are the two options you want to make them have to choose from, because you don't have the cash to really pick up on the Weaver.
I will say though, this Pango has like, I mean, this is if
Free
you could,
is free game.
That's what I mean, right? If there's a dream Pango game, it's this one. You can
Yeah.
be so impactful with your Rolling Thunder this game. They have literally nothing to stop you unless they want to go for the lasso. Even then, that's sometimes a risky venture for a Bat Rider because he can self on you.
You have to be very.
Yep.
Also.
Yep. So it's a bit of a risky situation here. In terms. PuckChamp. If the team fight starts looking bad for them, oh boy, they're gonna fall apart so quickly.
I think anything right now that's hard to catch in the mid lane, but they've banned the 3 spell. Honestly, even a Queen of Pain is just anything that has any lack of lockdown. I would say, but
Okay. How greedy would you be willing to go? Would you be willing to drop something like key mid? Good call.
no.
Okay.
Ricky's back. Go for.
Select your heroes.
A little bit different there.
I'm
Bat
assuming that's for
Rider.
the D push.
Yeah, Bat Rider pretty strong against him.
Oh, it's
Tanking
gonna be
you.
IO care. All right. Well, I don't care. They could.
So you think that this is gonna be an L for PuckChamp?
I don't. I mean, I hate being so against the pick, you know, because usually I'm like, no, teams should experiment, try everything. But this pick has like, I think it's a 10% win rate. IO carry.
Maybe this is one of the.
What am I
10%?
not seeing? What am I not seeing with this hero?
Well, all right. I mean, I'll tell you this, right?
I mean, it's not 10%. It's just one game that I've win in competitive, including tier 2 and tier 1 in the league.
Could be this is the one. Maybe now it's gonna be 12% after.
I don't know how many games it was. Oh, I don't know if it's exactly 10%.
I know. I'm not like trying to get you on the. I agree. It's got a very low win rate here.
And now with an Nature's Prophet as well, dude, like, why would you still commit to that? At least, Diablo carry is weird, but can work in this draft. The IO carry is like, against Nature's Prophet, he has much more damage than you. Against Weaver, right? Honestly, you can pick any carry. And then against the Pango, you also struggle because he has so much control for you.
Yeah, and the push is not that good either from PuckChamp. Like, normally ABBA needs... Like, ABBA plus any really real, quote-unquote, right-clicker is amazing for your tower push. But who is it this game? It's not your Wisp. It's not your Coddle. It's not your Bat Rider. Maybe Sand King, but he needs...
Kind of not your Sanking. Strength game.
Yeah, but I just a better one than that.
I just don't understand. And the idea of IO carry is always, at least before, was that you run it with like a tanky, undying, bad stuff. Theoretically, that works. The only problem is that with the lack of catch that you have this game, and you can play the super early tempo this game, but with a Pango, Nature's Prophet, Weaver, I don't even find that these are not particularly.
Yeah, and you just don't have any catch for these guys.
No,
I mean, it's like, oh, okay, I missed the Burrow Strike. We can try again in 10 more seconds, right, to kill the Weaver. You know how much damage a Weaver can get in 10 seconds? I imagine it's a lot. And a lot more than a Wisp ABBA can really be able to expect it to heal. I mean, we'll see.
No, you know what surprised me, dude? Like, prove me wrong, please. Make this hero seem viable. Because it's not like Bloodseeker carry where there's like a strong logic behind it, and like Bloodseeker carry has varying performances, right? In this patch, where some teams do really well with him, some teams do really badly, and you can kind of chalk it up a bit to player execution as well. Because you see some teams pretty much diverting from the build, etc. Sure. IO, everyone builds the same way. Most people win their lanes, still lose the game. So, show me, right? I'm not gonna purge this. I'm just gonna show me.
All right. Oh, we'll take a look here. They've got good vision here favoring PuckChamp at this bounty exchange. So they're going to be able to get, looks like 2 runes. Yep, 2 for 2. Wisp might even get a little bit greedy here, and he is. He's going to make a play here. Krelat off to the races. He goes versus the Horns of Funnick. He's going to have to use the Swashbuckle. Even then, he's not going to get the bounty. So it's actually a 3-for-1 trade here, and Krelat's just going to TP. Arrow? Oh, just shy of hitting him.
I mean, at least the lane should be kind of... My goodness, this reach. The lane should at least be pretty good for you, right? ABBA IO can't imagine quite weak, as long as ABBA actually comes.
I'm sure he's just running home, or yeah.
The only advantage I see is that here Pango and Mirana are able to outlast the IO just because Pango being melee, and of course Lucky Shots are kind of.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and force an arrow. Oh, big deny for Krelat. He's been playing this one before, maybe on one of his counts. And there's the tether.
If they're playing this, they've played this before, 100%. You don't never wake up one day and like, you know what? I feel like playing IO carry. That's not a thing. So I'm assuming they've run this before, and particularly the fact that they're doing it with an ABBA means they know the strengths of this. Like, their lineup is not bad if you subscribe to the IO carry mentality. Right? You have good sustain to boost this hero. You have actually really good sustain in general. The catch is not that important because you're supposed to run the enemy team down anyway using Helm Dominator. You have really strong early game secondary cores in the Bat Rider and Sand King. Mostly good lanes.
Yeah, plus the Ebb is just super annoying to contend with here, especially when he's going to be tethered. He's going to have plenty of mana. Hero's got some real serious mana problems in lane because it's a mana to cast a Photic Shield to start off with. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but with the Wisp here, giving you just a little bit of extra regen, it adds up.
Yeah, I mean, he can't really... The only issue about this lane, of course, is that Io kind of needs to be harassing the Mirana, because Mirana can freely harass the Baron, unless he messes up in the... Unless he does that. He's gonna die. Oh, no, the last hit didn't hit him in time.
Very lucky
That was
on
an
the
incredible lucky shot.
Wow.
Yeah, so the idea is Mirana needs to hold her distance, right? But if you have to always consider the extra movement speed for a Baron. So maybe Mirana should have considered the boots in this lane early.
Yeah, because he's got the Orb of Venom already on the Abba. And once he puts the point in Curse, it's going to be even more difficult. Bot lane as well, not going so fun for Watson. He's going to have to give the runaround here to Melis. Astral's like, wait a second, I don't really want to be man-fighting versus Weaver. Ever. Certainly not now. Let's send the Abba back to pull. Got half of them. Pros too.
Yeah. That was to everyone. I mean, I've seen pros miss like 15 lasts in a row, and I kid you not. Like, I'm talking like Division 1 pro, so... When you're playing at this high level, a lot of mistakes can happen. It's not that big a deal. It's really all about the tactical choices you make. The reason why pros are better than you is not because they can click buttons. That's a huge underestimation of what they are. That's why people talk about mechanical skill. It's a huge oversimplification of the power of a pro. But I will say as well, the bottom lane, Weaver, you're going to destroy this lane. Nothing. I like the Sand King pick because you need to catch and you need an initiator, and Sand King is probably one of the few offlaners nowadays that's still. But against a Weaver, I can't imagine you being that impactful. At least in the lane. Because you excel against ranged or melee carries.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to just go for Sandstorm build this game as well. It just doesn't... Wow, his top lane is netting them kills. All right, maybe there is some real strength here. I mean, is this to be expected with the Io Abba lane?
Yeah,
here?
I'm telling you, this lane is really strong. Like I don't have no qualms with the laning stage. Middle magical shouldn't be
TP's home.
struggling that much, but TP's back into the lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's like they kind of ignored this lane completely, and we knew it was Io Abba from the moment it started, right? We just didn't know where they were going to go, who was the carry, etc. But Io Abba was 100% going to be the lane, and this is a strong lane. Io plus any strength core, particularly Undying and Abba stand out, it's good. And with a Curse of Avernus, even better to deal with a Pango. Pango should just be playing this lane quite defensively, with the Mirana helping him out a lot with the harassment, but King R messed up with the early itemization, underestimating this lane, and Funnick in a similar way has not been playing too defensive.
Yeah, slight optimization there in Funnick's movement. He's like, I'm going to block your camp real quick, which is why he takes that tiny deep there. Oh, he's going to lose his core here for this one. Ducalis, he's going to lead the charge of the creep underneath the tier 1 tower. Pops the shield. He's got another one, Funnick. No! Hello, the curse, it hurts.
Yeah, but not going to kill him. King R just defending his liege here. And for now, it seems like both Funnick and King R will survive.
They're out of regen, though. They don't have any regen. They need to start calling salves or something up because they cannot approach this lane any longer.
Mirana, go die. Go die so you can bring salves.
Pretty much, honestly. Genuinely, yeah, you're right. Something's got to change here because they've just got... I mean, King R at least has...
Now, has boots now.
Yeah, but they don't want to have to deal with these spirits. There it is. Goodbye to your regen. Yeah, they don't ever slow anymore.
The prize is
no. Ice Frog's like, stop playing this hero as a core.
Krillot's like, what? One more game,
One more
please,
game.
Ice Frog.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's working out really nicely for them thus far. Soul Ring as well gives a ton of mana to Ducalis, so that's going to allow him to just do the charge. Funnick completely out of regen, as is this Mirana. Directional move bot lane. All okay for now. Falling pretty low here.
And honestly, PuckChamp is doing a good early game. At least when it comes to fulfilling their strategy, they're committing, or they're doing the right things to actually make sure their strategy works. Right? Oh, that almost killed both of them.
It really did. That really did.
Watson was a bit quicker.
I don't think it would have killed him. He's got infused raindrops. But
right.
Still, it almost hit both of them and could have killed both of them. That's incredible. Oh,
okay,
now this could kill him.
That takes the infused raiders away. Nice Shukuchi by Watson.
Very good Shukuchi.
But he's like, I don't know, you should be Shukuchiing around the sandstorm, dude. That hurts, like it's in your eyes.
Yeah. It's like really annoying when you're walking down the street and some sand in your eyes. Pocket sand.
I hate my dad. Anyway, so Hustler, they in the top lane. Now they rotate magical here. They're looking for a kill on the carry Io, and he's like, help me, Abba, let me tether to you. But they have a Sprout ready. Krillot actually had a Quelling Blade for this contingency, just in case, sorry, and it's not gonna work.
Yep. Also, it does help a tiny bit for range heroes in CS team, but it's good enough. What is it like? Yeah, it's 6, which isn't a lot, but helps.
No, it really doesn't help. Like, even if you're a carry, like, it just... I guess on an IO, but you might as well just buy bracers, right? Which gives you more damage.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, for the... oh, wow, they're gonna destroy his tower here. We need to call some more people up because there's 3 heroes now currently bottom. There comes the Bat Rider. Arrow's not going to last too long for Ducalis, but he's going to get lucky shotted. That the Bat Rider will cancel his TP.
Very good. You cancel this TP, which means NP now has free. Yeah, you know that. As long as Bat Rider is not here, yeah, you can just push this lane. You have too much single target damage. You're trying to deny it. They do. Doesn't really matter though. It's more about the map control. Ducalis now slowed down with the trees. Really nice body blocking. No lucky shots, but no need apparently. Ducalis might just die to the auto attacks alone. Spread to get vision into the trees. He has the salve up. Magical committing to the skill. What great positioning of the treants here. Completely body blocking Ducalis. He didn't stand a chance.
No, there's still no rotations to this top lane, so that means probably Kreelat's gonna die.
Oh my goodness.
Can't retreat further than the trees. Might get the kill on the Funnick before he goes, though, at this rate.
Yeah,
and we will. Down bottom, they're also fighting, but Kreelat's gonna die to the Wrath of Nature.
What a game by Magical, though. And they even kill another hero, Astral, in the bottom lane, thanks to the Wrath of Nature. You know why Abaddon could not get away from that? It's because even though he's a horse, he's not lean model. So it's so easy to block him.
Yeah, but it's crazy because he's on a horse. How can you catch him?
Okay, I don't know, actually.
Alvaro sees people on horse. His win rate versus Abba, Coddle, CK, Centaur. It's very
he's
low.
a horseman. However, Mirana, Tiger, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah,
Luna,
Tiger's
easy.
Whatever that is, Panther.
I think it's a Panther. All right, well that'll put a dent in your fun top lane here for now, having Magical rotate super early. He's got no fear of losing his tower because Bat Rider, what is he gonna do? Sticky napalm your tower? No. Lasso it? Yeah, right.
That's another thing, right? Like you pointed this out earlier with the Abaddon, but who is your push? For these kind of lineups without catch, the idea is that you win early, snowball, and bring a bunch of push to the table.
Yeah.
Abaddon 5 cannot be your push.
You've heard of slow siege, but just you wait till Abba and Wisp get to work on one of these towers.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're going to have to wait.
Oh, they actually calculated that perfectly. Nice. That does too. There's no way you kill him, right?
Magical's coming on over. He's got teleport.
They just profit,
yeah,
though.
he just wants to farm.
He's Batman.
Big stacks of ancients here. Who are these for? Sand King?
Io.
I guess you can farm them with
Because now they have no
Wisps.
magic resistance anymore.
Oh, they got a little bit. They
Oh, right.
changed
Sorry.
it.
Bat Rider.
They
What
got
were we
a
talking
little
about?
bit.
Bat Rider.
Oh, of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Completely forgot about it. I mean, Io can take it, but I was thinking, like, can he tank it?
Definitely give it to your bat. Wisp should be nearby to get XP, though.
Well, he's a carry, dude.
Be nearby to get XP.
He's a carry. He doesn't need... Carry. He has got his own stacks.
Stacks. Helm already ready to go. Go straight into the Ags, then.
I don't know how strong Ags is about level 20, but we'll see. King R. Oh, help from
Yep,
Mellows.
level 1 Burrow Strike.
Maybe you go for the shard this game and you take advantage of the start provides. Damage.
I'm not really sure either.
I mean, I've never seen an IO carry. Well, I've never seen him win him a game, but I've never seen him like go longer than 20 minutes. So I never know.
Will he be able to buy the shard? Maybe that should be the next channel prediction here. We'll toss in Hustlers. They're going to smoke up here with both of their supports, who are incredibly underleveled, by the way. As there they go. They're going to be able to catch the Coddle super easily. How did they do it? Melis, he's going to be able to dodge the Rolling Thunder quite easily. He's going to stun himself right into one, though, as popping the ulti is going to be Ducalis nice and early. Didn't want to be controlled there. Desperate. Underneath the tower. Funnick's like, wait a second. Can't dive that this early. Already trying to really apply the pressure here and force the issue. Arrow is going to be onto the wagon because this hero is very balanced and can do that from level 1. Please nerf Marana.
Hate and run.
Nerfer. At least make it so you have to have like level 3 Arrow to insta-kill siege wagons.
Before you nerf Marana, you know what is really you need a buff that you can make that hero pickable.
I like this item actually. Falcon Blade for Watson.
I mean, her hair is gorgeous right now.
Oh, top lane.
Oh.
Magical might have been called out here. They actually relocate up here to kill him.
He's a grass type against a fire type.
Right, not bad. But the Falcon Blade, a really nice item. Sometimes you see Urn as well, which might be a little bit better.
Usually more an offlane Weaver, though.
I've seen it as well built on the carry Weaver, but you're absolutely correct. Strong because it gives you, I think, 1.5 mana regen compared to the 0.8. Doesn't give you the HP or the damage, however. I think it gives you something like It does give you 3 stats or something like that, so it gives you a little damage,
Wait,
but
what?
not enough.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What you want is the Falcon Blade for carry for 100%. HP is amazing. Mana regen is amazing. I think there are certain heroes that take advantage of this item a lot, particularly Weaver and Viper stand out.
Yep, he's definitely one of them, especially because you, with the Geminate attack, it plus 20 damage there. Allows you to fight early on and have significantly more damage.
Yeah, the mana regen is super useful. The HP is great. Like, it's honestly an item that kind of got overlooked when the patch came out, as a lot of coaches went like, no items in this patch are good. But I do think that now people are trying to experiment a bit more with them, and they're going,
Alvaro's like, what about Glaive?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Actually, Glaive is a pretty good item now, though.
Yes,
But,
I
yeah,
agree.
but,
For the late game, it's just so damn expensive is the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes the build-up can be a bit awkward because of the Maelstrom. Like, not every Rod of Atos carrier definitely wants a Maelstrom.
I would have never guessed Swift Blink was going to become the item of the patch, though.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's just
Obviously
completely...
got buffed 3 times, right? So
It did. Everyone's kind of just... No one really cares for the Arcane Blink. I've seen the Haste Blink, or the Sturdy Blink, or whatever it's called. I've seen that one on Mars, particularly, to help with the arena initiations. I think that one's got a lot of usefulness. But I've never seen an Arcana build, Arcana Blink build. Have you? The Arcana Blink?
Yes, on the Arcane Blink, yeah, on the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the build, particularly. That gunner runs it in his pub all the time.
Oh, Arrow's going to miss. Ducal's going to pop the ulti. King R needing to use his second leap charge to run. They are looking to fight. Watson's been hit by the Solar Bind, but he's very fast thanks to the Sakuchi. Has now No Fear in some trouble. He is likely to burn down, but no, they're just going to force the ulti onto him.
Look how difficult it is for them to kill a single person. Finally, they catch Mirana. I mean, King R, no, he just leaps back to the high ground. No Fear will die, though, to the False Promise. Imagine if Hustlers just played that.
Oh, King R's gonna die to Flame Break. They also catch the Oracle.
Do me a favor, imagine Hustlers played it like a real team fight, like a normal team fight, as opposed to running around as chickens. They wouldn't have been killed.
They might even lose Magical here. Yeah, Flaming Lasso, the Oracle's dead, doesn't have the ulti. Phonic as well, really getting bodied right now. Underneath the tier 2 tower, down he goes, desperate with the Aphotic Shield. Can tank just about everything. Alvaro, what's going on?
What's going on is Hustlers is underestimating the enemy team completely. They just gave him a freebie, completely. Like, seriously, you saw how freely they were going in and out of that team fight like it was nobody's business. Why do you go back in with low HP? Why do you get this overzealous? You know, I don't understand that play by PuckChamp at all.
Yeah, we got...
Sorry, by Hustlers at all.
We have a pair of fluffy hats on ourselves, but I think this Weaver might need an extra fluffy hat or something
Like,
to keep him
dude,
alive.
this is the win condition that IO carry needs. Like, if there's a game where you're going to win with IO carry, it's this one. Honestly, at this rate.
Yeah, they're going to get this tower. Look at the siege. Oh my goodness, how do you stop this? The Kobolds. Valve, please nerf.
Valve, please nerf IO. Strong.
Too strong. Well, they're
I mean,
making
he
it work.
almost... Dude, Richie, he's about to reach like a 15% win rate on this hero.
He really could.
That should not be allowed.
I will not believe. I'm going to be just as shocked, honestly, if they win this game. I want to be clear. During the draft, I was kind of playing the other side just so it wasn't like, oh, blah, 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 core wisp, right? Because I completely agree with you.
Okay.
I would be so shocked, just as shocked as our VPP versus what was the comeback game yesterday?
Oh yeah, VP versus Windstrike.
Yeah, which by the way, if you haven't seen that game, just watch game number 2. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
It was a really good one.
Particularly by VPP.
Yeah, particularly by VPP. They stuck around. They gave it a lot of heart. Game number 3 though was kind of just a stomp alert. But I'd be just as surprised to see this game end the same way. If I was surprised to see VP win that game. I couldn't believe it.
Me too. This pick is working out for them in the early. They're working. This is actually the most successful IO carry game I've seen in general. Like,
yeah.
The early game is actually working for the IO. He's getting a really good timing on the Ags. We just see an epi. Okay.
Yeah.
That's from. I thought he was looking at the creeps, and I'm like, there's no way he's an epi for this creep.
Nah, 15-minute mark. He is a professional at fighting right around the timing.
That's very smart. Yeah. That's why he's a pro.
Yep.
The IO got his Ags with this, by the way.
Yeah, these are Bat Rider's farmed as well. He's gone for the Aether Lens.
That's pretty smart against the Oracle, right?
Yeah, definitely. Also pretty nice against Magical, right? Just because usually you don't TP or without a blink, right? You kind of need to catch up to him.
They don't have stuns, and they have an Oracle. Like, oh, sorry, Hustlers has an Oracle, and you have no stuns. You have a Weaver, Pango, and Nature's Prophet. Just, you know what? Why don't you play more aggressively? Like, why don't you play more chaotically, trying to punish them? Now with the Ags power spike, you're actually in a pickle.
All right, here's the Ags, by the way, finished for Wisp already. Going into Orchid.
I mean, yeah, you need more catch, so
this
why not?
This is quickly becoming my favorite team to watch as well in this
yeah,
region.
they're incredible.
They remind me a lot of like Neon back when Scam was still on carry and would sometimes just give me Chen core.
You know what they're actually remind me of within the same league? They're like VPP if they had more experience. That's what it feels like.
Okay. You know what? That sounds harsh. But
it's not at all. Actually.
But I would agree with you.
Because I mean it as a compliment.
I know you do.
Because like VBB is a new team, of course. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Watson, he's gonna eat a couple of the Wisp Spirits here. Rolling on in is Funnick quite slowly, but the Yule Scepter is just gonna be mistimed. They have got him in the pinball alley, but with Ducalis nearby to try and keep Relat alive, they might be able to turn this one as Watson in trouble. There's no additional damage for him, but still alive is Wisp, and he gets the relocate out. Now desperate in a bad position here. Silence and Orchid it up. Astral at least trying to make the difference here. Nearly gets the kill on Watson with the Illuminate alone, as they finally will be able to drop at least one, but they have Wisp coming back full HP. Magical doesn't want to be here. Funnick's like, I thought we were fighting. He's going to be in a bit of trouble. Fate's Edict will keep him alive for now, as Wisp chasing him down with the Spirits. They actually have vision on him here. Oh goodness, look at the play. He Helm of the Dominator's a creep on the high ground, uses the additional move speed to chase down Funnick, but TPing back in is King R. Watson nearby as well. Actually does not want to fight this. Oracle showing in the mid lane might be the target now. Looks like now PuckChamp are just going to back off, cut their losses. I think they get nothing out of that, right? And they lose Desperate. So kind of a good fight for the Hustlers. It looks bad.
That was a pretty good fight. You also have to use a relocate, which is kind of a valuable skill for the IO if it's a carry, right? So yeah, good, I guess. Hustlers, I wouldn't say recovered just yet, though. Yeah, Magical in the wrong position. They're gonna punish him.
Oh, he gets the Orchid off before the Epicenter. Is that gonna make the difference, though? The Wisp through the trees. They force the ulti on him. Big Rolling Thunder, though, coming on through as Desperate looking to try and nuke down to one. Chooses the Oracle. Ducalis popping the borrowed time. We've lost the Wisp and Desperate as well. Sorry, make that no fear. Watson, he's going to have enough for the borrowed time. Sorry, a time lapse, thank you. No troubles there, because again, we really don't have stuns outside of the Flaming Lasso. All right, now it's going to be PuckChamp's time to die. What's going on in this game?
What's going on is that PuckChamp has one stun, and they used it, and they went in anyway. Well, actually, two stuns, right? Lasso and burst, right? They used the one lasso earlier. They went in and dove a tower. Diving a tower without control, not great, obviously. So that's why... That's why I think they lost that fight. I mean, you're up against a Pango Weaver. You can't at any point underestimate. I don't know why Magical is deciding that he's playing the I'ma commit suicide to bait them in role, but it's working, right? Once he gets BKB, he's going to be pretty much safe against anything but Lasso.
It is working. He's nearly there, by the way. Just need another 400 gold. I mean, that's what he was trying to do down bottom. He was just trying to peacefully farm, you know? Eventually, he finds a Coddle diving his tower. Not exactly the hero you'd be expecting. Gets off a really clutch Orchid, however. I think that team fight looks completely different if the Sand King is able to actually epicenter there. Unfortunately, he's not. So great job there canceling that one. We'll be able to just barely live. King R is going to eat a lasso up top, though. Do they have the damage for him? Do they have the detection? Hell, it doesn't look like it. Nope, Desperate, he's flying blind. Just like a real bat.
Okay, so now Hustlers should be able to take a deep breath and get back into this game, right? You've already kind of survived the first onslaught of the IO Ags. You've done kind of well against it. IO needs clearly some extra catch. The Orchid is the item that they require to really get the fight off. Take advantage of this, get a good team fight by Hustlers, and just try to farm up, right? Because after all, as long as the Weaver just stays kind of on par with the IO, I can't imagine, as you mentioned, the IO ever being him.
Yeah. Me neither, but we'll see. We do need a couple items here for our Weaver. He's not considering the Lincoln Sphere this game. I see a very, very big strength in Lincoln. So then you can, I feel like, kind of just ignore BKB and save yourself that trouble for the Lincoln Sphere, which gives you still really good stats and regen. I don't know. I think there's a case to be made, pardon me for it, but this game for Watson. Going straight into Scotty, so he's still going to run the risk of getting stunned by one of the two stuns that PuckChamp currently carry. We'll have to see here if that'll be sufficient, as it looks like they will not be able to contest this Roche. It will fall very, very quickly with Lucky Shot and the Swarm minus armor. They basically chunk through that one in just about no time. Mage is here for Weaver. That's going to allow him to play much more aggressively, and he's still got time lapse as well.
Yeah, that's one of the strengths, of course. You have double save for the Weaver, essentially, with the false armors and the time lapse as well. To some degree, you can consider the Sprout to be an extra, like, pseudo save in some situations, because as long as Firefly is not activated, why not?
Yeah, I mean, in this game, I think a little bit less so with Blinding Light, Burrow Strike.
Sure, there's a lot of ways.
Well, but
I'm assuming that if you've already used their first two bouts of save, they've probably used at least the other stuns, right?
You're not wrong. But
I think the Orchid, though, will... change these things.
Yep, we're going to take a look now as Astral, moving on through. He's going to be continuing to farm up his Aghanim Scepter. It does a pitiful 46 damage while holding on to the Philosopher's Stone, so he's not having a very fun time there. Melis with the Blink Dagger now and Boots of Travel, so So slow, though. 290 move speed with Boots of Travel? That can't be right.
Is that bugged?
That can't be
You
right.
click on a creep and then click on...
What? Really?
How much movement speed does Boots of Travel give again? Plus
110.
No, there's no way his base is 180.
All right, well, they kill Astral. We're not missing much there. They kill the unkillable horseman. That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's going to look for magical. He's got BKB, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Can he activate BKB in time? That's a lot of damage.
It is.
He's forced to, though.
Yeah.
And Mel is like, actually, jokes, dude.
I was just kidding.
I was just kidding.
You're on Punked. Look at the camera. It's right there, right there, right there. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'll take that 10-second BKB charge.
What I love is that by the moment that Magical activates BKB, he's like, okay, time to fight. Wait, where's he going? He's already halfway through his TP. He never had any intention to kill him.
No, he just really wanted him. I mean, I'm sure he would have killed him if he didn't like BKB and you know, anything.
No, but he knew, right, that the BKB was available, and he's like, there's no point in me staying here any longer, right? That was a really funny play. Oh, but
it was a very funny play. Yeah, well, we'll take a look now what they're going to be able to do. They're going to smoke up as 4 for PuckChamp, head through the river. Right now, Pango sitting right there. They've also got Melis, a little troll here himself, Punk Master. Again, 290 moves. That can't be right. I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
Has been killed.
I think that's his base movement speed.
Dire's top tower.
Honestly,
It could be. Yeah, that's so confusing.
he's also not moving at that speed, by the way. 'cause
no,
wouldn't be
he
moving.
most certainly is not.
So it's just a UI bug.
Yeah. Strange. I mean, we all know Dota's a perfect game with no bugs in it, so...
We're still in beta.
There's going to be the initiation. They want to nuke down through Oracle first.
That's
the last
really good,
hope to be able to
actually.
secure the kill. He's got buyback, though. Funnick with the rolling boulder, looking for anyone, but actually in trouble is going to be Watson. It's still his first life, though. Down goes the Aegis. Can they go again? They're a little bit early there on the dust, unfortunately, but on the stun, perfectly timed. Flame break as well, just to slow him down. They're looking for more. King R with the Yule Scepter set up. Oh, okay, don't worry. Ducalis is going to catch up, but he's got the ulti to purge himself off now. King R is still alive as Magical pops the BKB. This time he's looking for revenge onto Melis, but lacks the damage, lacks the lockdown, as now Funnick without the ulti, not really doing too much. The Illuminate will clean up the Oracle here on his buyback life. Funnick is able to just TP away because, again, they have no stuns. Watson's just continuing to run around here, trying to TP in the trees, but they find him. What?
Melis, you god. Orchid as well. Guarantees the kill on the Weaver. This man has one stun. One stun, and he utilizes like it's the biggest stun in the world.
They got no detection there.
They actually killed the Weaver with one stun. Oh my goodness.
What a fight.
What an incredible game PuckChamp is running.
They really are.
Maybe they're just flexing. I think this is just a game where they're like, you know what? Weaver against Io, let me show you how it's done, right?
I have a theory here. Actually, break down that team fight before I start blabbering. What the hell did we just watch?
I mean, obviously, Hustlers is looking for a very chaotic team fight, right? With Weaver, Pango running all over the place, Marana as well, to take advantage of the fact that they lost. They don't have any, again, catch, right?
Yeah.
But since Hustlers lost the Oracle so early, you lose one of your big points in save, and you're kind of lacking the damage to burst down heroes. So if Magical cannot be reliably sit there and hit people, because you can't, because of course Oracle's dead, so you don't have the false promise to save you, then you don't really have the damage to kill the IO at all. He has way too much sustain. He's going for Art now, but with the Ags and the Helm of the Dominator, it's enough to sustain that team fight.
Yeah.
So of course the kill on the Oracle just set up perfectly for PuckChamp.
I also don't think that you can really look for these chaotic team fights against this PuckChamp roster. Right? If it was something like a more traditional draft, like I don't know, like a Mars, Bloodseeker, OD, you know, like these big team fight ultis, right? Maybe they're going to be able to catch King R here. He's going to try and run for his life. They're going to look. Oh, he's only got 2 leap charges as well. They dispel the silence, but there's going to be the lasso to no fear as they get the kill onto King R and they drag the Oracle into his death and 2 support kills for free. They're just too fast, and I think actually this little guy here, the Kobold, is really helping them out quite a bit. Look how fast everyone is.
Yeah, the extra movement speed is helping them out a lot.
How are you going to skirmish here? I mean,
look at Io's movement speed right now. He's 590.
He's 590.
He's at max speed.
He's over max speed.
Oh my goodness.
Again, I mean, the Coddle not in range here is already 400 with the active. How can you expect your only sort of lockdown? I mean, we kind of been poking fun at PuckChamp for their lockdown, but what lockdown do Hustlers have outside of the Pango?
Yeah, I guess you're right. They were so concentrated on trying to just deal damage and avoid the enemy team or take advantage of the enemy team lack of lockdown. And in the end, you ended up not drafting any lockdown yourself.
Yeah.
You depend so much more on your save and your survivability, but not with this murderous IO.
They're too fast.
I mean, look at this Kobold. You don't think he slaps?
Look at this. He's slapping the crap out of his friend now. He
has a chalice, dude. Only pimps have chalices. All right, this Kobold is a next level.
This guy's been carrying bullwhip since he got added into the game.
I mean, come on. Nobody that is not a badass carries a goatee like that, right? That is the sign of a true king.
I can't believe it. All right, they're going to be looking at team fight, but like it really feels like PuckChamp can literally run circles around this Hustler staff right now, especially with at least one stack of napalm on everyone. How the hell are you supposed to catch these guys?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I guess I wasn't expecting them to need to catch them because you were right. The Weaver should be able to just beat the IO in terms of damage. But the problem is Weaver's 4K behind the IO, which is one whole item essentially. And now we're going to see if we can catch the IO with the Rolling Thunder. He's too fast.
He's not running the Rolling Thunder.
He's outrunning this Pango. They finally kill the Cabal though. This is their chance to fight. The IO's in trouble. Without the Cabal, you're just a small cube. Can they kill Krellat? He's relocating back to the base. He's capable of making it away. Instead, thanks to the Sanking his power strikes, they stop the Weaver. False promise is not going to be enough. And Illuminate will kill Magical and Funnick. Oh my goodness.
Holy moly. All right, so a little bit of a change here, by the way, to Caustic Finale. Now when heroes die, it does 22% of their max health as damage, which is why everyone exploded in that team fight. I cannot believe what I just saw with my own 2 eyes right there.
Why are we watching?
What? Look at this amount of damage he took from Caustic Finale.
I think the game, I know Krellat's playing an amazing game on IO carry. I'm going to concentrate on that, of course. And of course, the Cabald's a true MVP.
Look at the damage he did.
That's Sanking, dude. Sanking is the MVP. Do you see his burrow strikes? He's got a 2-man burrow strike in the beginning, which also caught deep, by the way, the most important target, the Weaver. Then a 3-man burrow strike, again catching the Weaver. I mean, what else can you ask of this offlaner?
I actually legitimately, I don't know how they kill the Cabal or whatever Krellat decides to carry, because now he's got the Heart, which is going to give you plus 1.6 regen passively. Look at it, it's 90 regen a second, and then when it turns on overcharge, it's like a crap ton more.
They poison this challenge.
They poisoned this chalice. That's what they did.
Yeah. And he died like a European monarch.
He turned into a llama. Or sorry, yeah, a llama.
That's correct, yes. Pretty accurate, actually. Nice one. I hope he gets another Cabal, though. I mean, I like the Centaur more. I think he's more useful, but the Cabal adds for a more interesting game.
I think the Cabal is actually better. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's crazy that I'm saying this, Alvaro. I understand the absurdity of this statement, but it feels like they have enough lockdown.
I do think so as well. I think they do. I mean, they have. Oh, look what Connell just bought. Can we just look at Connell's? Like, he has Glimmer Cape Hex.
Well,
he just bought a Scythe of Ice on a position 5.
Oh, goodness.
Straight up. They're like, hey, I heard the caster said we need lockdown. Don't worry.
That's pretty good. That'll do it.
Yeah, Hex will do it.
I mean, to start off that fight, I was laughing because they were actually outrunning.
This game is insane.
Look at this. Where are you going?
Funnick is forced to use Rolling Thunder just to survive this initiation.
And just barely. Desperate TPs as well to the wave to just try and catch him. Magical's like, what is going on in this game? Get me away from this clown fiesta.
Genuinely, though, what do you do if you're like, on the Hustlers, you go, okay, guys, we're playing against Carry IO. A Sanking is locking down our whole team. What's the plan? Like, this must be a really difficult situation to adapt to, right? What do you do?
I the Lincolns.
I think so, yeah, please.
Or the BKB. If you're really just like, no, I hate Lincoln Sphere, it killed my father. Okay, build BKB then.
My father was a mugger, and when he was trying to take someone's perk, they threw a Lincoln's at his head. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not sure, because Lincoln's is so good, right? Cancels all items, cancels lasso, cancels Burrow Strike. What else do you want?
The only thing... Oh, hold on, they're fighting again. Sheep stick.
Oh
my god, they got
It's the sheep stick.
Oh my god,
they got more lockdown now. Magical is going to be killed with his own magical damage.
That's insane. I just like this. The only reason this game is still going on, by the way, is because this is their tower push, right? Like if this was any other early game start with like a Lycan, for example, for Krellat, right? This game would have been over 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
They just don't push.
It doesn't. But it doesn't matter because the IO has a data list almost completed.
Yeah. Now he's gonna have some push. I mean, eventually, that's the thing with Dota, right? We don't have catch. We just buy it.
Yeah. Krellat is turning into crit right now.
He really is. He really. Oh, they found a Weaver. Unbelievable.
Can they kill him?
I mean, he just doesn't have stuns. Cocky. He doesn't have stuns.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, the sheep stick.
And then
another stun. He's gonna die.
They're chain stunning him.
I can't
with 2
believe
stuns.
this.
They're doing it. This PuckChamp team is making me a fan with one simple IO pick.
Honestly, they're making it work. I'm in love.
My goodness. This is the kind of IO lineup that I want to see, right? This is actually a good IO carry lineup.
This is what Team Unique had in mind yesterday, and then VP was like, how about no?
How about 20-minute win?
Yeah, how about no? This one, 30 minutes in, 18k net worth lead. Look at Melis. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to use our only stun just for fun, just in case I catch anyone.
And he does get him as well.
Melis has not, I think, made a single mistake this game. He's played an almost perfect Sankin game. What an incredible game of Melis. Yeah, makes sense. He's one of the more experienced players in the roster, but still, oh my goodness. This guy.
They're so aggressive. All right, I mean, there we go. Curse of Avernus providing them the damage.
This region has some of the best offlaners. XactJlepbI, Melis, like
it's true.
It's pretty incredible.
And offlaners, generally speaking, are generally that's why they're almost always poached, to be honest, especially from this
particularly
region.
in North and South America. There's always been a big drought of them. That's why they had actually a DM going to Quincy Crew, right?
Oh my goodness. All right, well, if you had told me that the first lane of barracks this game was going to be 31 minutes in, I would have been like, wow, Hustlers, they must have like really farmed all of their items before they pushed high ground.
Right.
But no, in fact, it's quite the opposite. Okay, they're going to TP some people away, look to just kind of counter push because they can't fight them. That's the reason.
I love that Krillin has decided, you're my creep now, Baron. I am going to join you in this Odyssey.
Well, I think they just want the overcharge for the Curse of Avernus. Yeah. Oh, okay. Ags on Funnick because he's going to jump in. Rolling Thunder with a counter initiation. They manage to find King R. PKB popped by Magical though, but look at this. Silence up is Watson. Okay, they have the false promise this time. He's still alive. Down to the force. Ooh, it's Melis. He might just die. He's still alive. Unbelievable. Watson chasing him down, as is King R. But for now, the team fight falling apart. Funnick is going to die. Watson actually died during the false promise there. Down he goes. The next one to go is going to be Funnick, and they did not manage to catch Melis either.
My goodness, the IO is singing his flute. It's the Ocarina time. Hustlers wish they could go back right now, change the clock, change their draft here because the IO is destroying them. And Melis,
look at him. He's just going. He might even get the kill with the wisps.
The King Art didn't die though. In time, they catch the Weaver instead. Melis somehow still alive. They're killing him again.
He cannot die. He cannot die.
No, if he died a second time, this game is over. I mean, this game might be over anyway. Look at this push. How do you stop the abandoned IO? Melis is a shard as well. They see him. He catches him with the power strike. They go for the Weaver. They silence the Weaver as well as Monta style, but the Hex immediately comes out.
My lord.
Caudle with a clutch Hex turns him to a piece of ham. Magical's done for. GG. PuckChamp will win this game. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at this. Here's the ceremonial fountain dive, as you do. Hustlers
keep playing your flute, little IO.
Unbelievable. I mean, PuckChamp, they had a pretty hard match this week here to open up their week number 3 here. I believe they suffered a loss at the hands of Hellraisers, was it? Right? This week it was to Hellraisers. They were 2-1, and I was like, oh, maybe they just got lucky.